Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Pokemon card opening. This time we're going to be taking a look at my eBay haul. I have actually a whole big box of eBay packages that I need to open, and I'm going to be opening them nice and slowly. Now, what we've done today, I had one of the Pokemon card lots that I purchased off of eBay come in, and I've already opened the box itself, but I thought I would go ahead and go through the cards with you guys, and you guys could tell me what you think of the cards, because honestly, some of these cards are from maybe like an era of Pokemon cards that's when I stopped collecting. Does that make sense? So I got a number of piles here because I kind of already sorted through everything in the set. There were quite a few cards. All right, so let me figure this out real fast. Actually, I think these cards go up with this pile over here. So this Pokemon card lot cost me probably about $35. The seller was gracious enough to give me kind of a discount on this set. Let's see, that's going to be a stack of near mint, reverse hollows, and rares, and any other cards that I thought would be interesting. These are vintage cards that are in really terrible condition. They're just very bad condition, but they are vintage cards, so I thought they'd be worth looking through. These are the cards in the set right here that I think are actually going to be pretty good. We'll go ahead and set that face down. We'll do that one last. And then we have this huge group of cards. Here, let's push these over here. We have these two large stacks of cards that I went through. Now, the vast majority of these had very bad damage to them. They were worn, or they had clear bends, they had water damage, and there was quite a few of them. So it took me a while to get through all of them. I thought we'd start out by just kind of like blazing through these cards. You can tell me if you think any of these are worthwhile. I've thought about giving them away even. Oh, there's already so much hair here. Oh my gosh, so much hair on my table. Okay, so yeah, I thought maybe you guys could tell me if you think any of these cards are valuable and maybe I've misjudged it, or maybe even though it's got pretty heavy wear, maybe I should save it anyways. Look at that stack right there. So I'm gonna go fast because there's quite a few of these. One of the things is I don't know what set these are from. So we got Slacking. Dustox has a big bend. Here's a Leafeon. He's got a big smudge. He is a rare, but here's a Leafeon. See, I don't know what set these are from. Holographic X-Deoxys Goldeen. Oh yes, big smudges on the back. Manectric, he's just totally torn up. I think this one's going to go in the trash, honestly. That one's in really bad shape. I wouldn't even give that to a friend. Kyogre, however you want to say his name. He's just real worn. Excuse me. Ho-Oh is also real worn. He's got bends in the card. So many of them just have bends. That is the biggest problem. Let's get this a little closer to the camera. Yeah, you tell me if you think any of these are real valuable. This is going to be stack number 1, okay? Rhyperior, Sharpedo, Glalie. More Sharpedo. Floatzel, Breloom, Ditto. I love this Ditto, actually. I love the way it looks. With the, he's turned into Pikachu, but he's still got the Ditto eyes. It's a little bit creepy, isn't it? Tentacruel, Dusclops, Umbreon. This Umbreon's not too bad. So some of the cards made it into the pile because they're simply commons and uncommons. I'll set that to the side, actually. That one's in okay shape. It's just not a rare card, so I didn't consider it rare enough to sleeve. That one's got a big ding. Pinsir, it's kind of an okay condition as well. So I tell you what, we'll sort those out a bit. If it's not in bad condition, but it's just a common uncommon, we'll set it in a separate pile. Cloyster from the Fossil set. This one's got some pretty heavy smudging. Yeah, it's real worn. Fossil from Haunter from the base set, real worn. Kadabra, one of my favorite cards from the base set. He's real worn. Here's I don't know this one. Is this Neo Destiny or something? I wish I could remember the actual sets these are all from. Big bend, bend, kind of warped bend. This is actually Shadowless Ponyta. Isn't that something? Look at that, Shadowless Ponyta, but she's got a bend right there. I'm not sure anyone actually wants a bent Ponyta with a worn back. Same with Bulbasaur here. He's actually pretty smudgy. Let's see the back. The back's pretty worn as well. We'll put them in this pile. We'll put Ponyta in this pile as well. I don't think they're worth anything, but you can tell me your own opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. They're just too worn for me. Caterpie, again, we'll put him in the other pile just because he's in the shadowless category, but he's in pretty bad shape. Ghastly from the second, this is base set 2. Misty, Staryu, Absol, Brock's Vulpix, Machoke, Shadowless. We'll put him in the other pile. Murkrow, Metapod, Shadowless, Haunter, Shadowless. That's Fossil Zubat with big creases in it. Well, this doesn't look too bad on the front. How about the back? Ah, the back's real worn, of course. Same here. Good on the front, worn on the back. Ivysaur, Koga's Kakuna. It kind of rhymes there. Dark Flareon's got big creases. This one looks a little warped. I mean, it's just in really worn condition on the back. Dark Haunter is worn. First edition Parasect, Poliwhirl, Kingler. Oops, I'm gonna lose him here. So you can see, so far all the cards have just been really bent. And I might trash these even. I'm not quite sure yet. I could trash them, I could probably give them away. I could sell them bulk on eBay maybe and just say these are terrible condition, buy at your own risk. But yeah, these are pretty bad. Gloom. Here's a trainer card. It's a Japanese trainer card. It's pretty worn. Octillery, but Octillery has a huge crease in the middle. Unknown. This Unknown's not too bad. He's got a smudge right in the middle. The Unknowns really weren't too bad is what I remember, but they're not really rare either. We'll set those to the side. It's Pikachu. See, I don't know how badly I want to collect a bunch of commons and uncommons. I think mostly what collectors are, you're either interested in one thing or the other. You're interested in completed sets, or you're interested in perfect graded cards like mint cards, or you're interested in maybe only rares of one type. So it's kind of, there's a big crease down there. Holographic Energy, which is really smudged. Smudges here. How about this one? See, I don't know what these are worth. I'm guessing these are older, but yeah, I can't tell. There's the little symbol on it. No idea. Duskull with the big crease at the top. Wingull from Crystal Guardians with the big crease on the side. Shuppet from Power Keepers. What? Shuppet's in okay condition. We'll sell him to the side. Real bent. Real bent. Bent. He's going to be worn on the back. Yeah. Worn on the back, bent, bent. I see smudges, real worn on the back. You can even light exposure some of these. Here's a Quilava, and he's pretty worn. Butterfree, he's worn. Here's a Lady Outing from X-Deoxys, and big bend there. Stadium's pretty scratched up, kind of worn on the back too. It's trainer cards. Here are these Unknowns again. Again, the Unknowns are usually in okay condition. We'll set those to the side. Holon Transceiver, Butterfree, Brox, Light Dugong, Rapidash, Sabrina's Haunter, Sabrina's Kadabra. It's one of my favorite cards, actually. I love that card when it came out. I'm betting it's in really bad shape on the back. Yeah, pretty worn out shape on the back. So that's kind of my trash pile. And if I had somebody who wanted to pay shipping on those, I would ship them to you right now, probably, because I don't necessarily want them. I don't think they're in that good of shape. That was stack number 1, by the way. Here's stack number 2. See, pretty thick stack right there. We still have the rare cards to go through, right? We got all these to go through. So Piplup is bent. What's up with Remoraid? He's all scratched on the front and the back. Brock's Vulpix looks really good here. A little worn on the back. We'll set him aside, actually. I think he's just because he's an uncommon. Yeah, same with these. I remember these as well. So these are just like commons and uncommons, and I don't know how badly I want to store them yet. So I don't know if I want to collect whole sets. There's so many sets to collect, or if I just want to focus on like the Team Rocket set, which is what I care most about. Got Bulbasaur, Erica's Bulbasaur, Magmar, Vulpix. Look at that Vulpix. Such a cool looking card. So how's the back of it look? Oh, I see. It's got big bends in it. Magneton from Power Keepers. Let's see. Let's go a little faster because there's so many of these. There's so many of them. Here's a nice looking Poliwhirl from, what is that, like Neo Discovery or something? Real worn on the back. God, I'll put him in the other pile. He just looks like he's in too good of shape almost. Slowbro's pretty bent. Wheezing, Persian, Slowbro. I remember looking at those. All the old cards are very bent. Dark Electrode, he's pretty worn on the back. I'll save him because the front looks nice. Bent. bent. That one looks nice, but I know he's going to be worn on the back. We'll save him for now, but I will probably get rid of him in the end. I know myself. I'm very picky. I'm very picky. Luxio, here's a reverse hollow Nidorino. It's actually not in that bad a condition, is he? Might have misjudged this card. All right, send him right here. I think it's because the front of the card is all scratched up. It's got light scratches on it, right? Hopefully you can see this. So let's see. It's so shiny you can barely see it. Same deal with the Cascoon. The front is so scratched up. Yeah, and the backs were kind of worn too. So I got a strong light that I used to see these, and I'm worried I'm like reflecting it in your eyes a bunch. Onyx, Plusle. Let's move this over a little bit. Turtwig. Marshtomp. Real worn. I love Grimer and Muck. Grimer and Muck, as well as Coughing and Wheezing, are four of my favorite Pokemon. But this guy's in bad shape. He's in bad shape. Riolu, Monferno, Unknown, but this Unknown's bent. Shuckle. Shuckle's one of my favorite Pokemon ever. Right, but he's also bent. So we're going to put him in the pile. Vulpix, bent. Not necessarily bent on the front. There's smudges worn on the back. Okay, Oddish from Team Rocket. There's Evoli using Schwanschlag and Rukzukhieb. So this is a German jungle Eevee, and it's very worn. I don't think it's going to be worth it. It's such a strange card. I'll set it to the side. You guys tell me. That'll be my comment section pile. You guys tell me if you like any of the cards from that, and I'll save them if you do. Look at Koga's Pidgey. Whew, he's seen better days. He might see the trash can is what he might see, unless somebody wants these. Zubat. He's very worn out. I would be surprised if somebody would even want to pay shipping on something like that. Worn. Oh, nope, that's not Shadowless. Worn. Stanley, worn. Here's a Dark Artillery. He looks kind of nice. I mean, you can just tell there's really bad smudging there. The back of the card is in really bad condition. Girafarig has actually been written on here. Plus a 10 plus, 10 plus. So the owner of the card said, I believe based on the condition of the cards, I think what was going on is he might have been a kid when he started collecting, and then he might have continued collecting, and as he got older, he stopped bending the cards so much, he started treating them nicer. That's what I think happened, because all of the vintage cards in this set are just destroyed. They're just in such bad shape. It's a Dark Ammonite. Yeah, you could tell it even looks like it has some exposure damage, like it just was held out of a sleeve, you know what I mean? Hey, this guy's actually rare. He's not supposed to be in this pile. Well, this guy slipped in. He's not supposed to be there. Put him with the Nidorino. Nidorino wasn't supposed to be in there either. Good thing I went through this again. There's an E-reader. It's Magnemite. I actually love this card, but it's too worn out for me. I don't want it. Remember these guys? I don't know if you guys remember these. I remember them. I don't know where you got them from, but everyone seemed to have them for a little while. Here's a Japanese Team Rocket Drowsy. You know, I don't have one of these, and I love Drowsy and Hypno so much, I'll save them for now. But I'll probably get a nicer one later, and then I'll probably get rid of them. Weeping Bell, Pikachu, Darkmuck, Rapidash, and there we go. So that's the two big piles of junk cards. Lots of junk cards in that set, in my opinion. Go ahead and take this away. So this was, again, it was about $35 for this set. Those were the junk cards. We saved a few of the junk cards, but what you got to understand is the ones that I've saved, they're also pretty worn. Well, a few of them aren't, but they're like commons and uncommons. The unknowns, I don't know if I want the unknowns. Like this guy, he's got a big bend here, but he's a Shadowless. It's hard to say, isn't it? Somebody might want it. All right, and this Leafeon, huh? Leafeon's actually a rare, but it's got a big smudge at the bottom. So we'll set this over here. Now we got 3 piles left. The very worn vintage cards. We'll go through these first. Now, I'm not sure if anyone will want these. The deal is, I don't even want them. I don't want worn out vintage cards. I'll probably buy myself some nice vintage cards to actually collect. So I might try to sell these to get some of my money back, but I'm not sure if they'll even sell. So all of these cards either have a huge scratch in them or some other problem, like a big smudge up here. And I promise, if you look at them only from the back, they're all equally very worn. You can see it right now. Every one of these cards is very worn. Look at that one. Did I even put this one in a sleeve? That one needs a sleeve still. How'd you get in here? Porygon 2? Oh, I think it's because I was so close to trashing this one. That's why. Just about threw this card away. Look at that Porygon. He's not necessarily even vintage. So, I don't know. I'll send him to... I'm a big fan of Porygon. Porygon is one of those really odd, like Magnemite, Magneton. He's one of those odd Pokemon. So Pidgeot, Pinsir, Pidgeotto, and Pidgeot. It was always upsetting to get a Pidgeotto in your set. Pidgeotto was rare. And it's like, why did you decide to make Pidgeotto rare? I suspect somebody at this, somebody who designed the cards really liked Pidgeotto. All right, Beedrill, Muck, Cleffa, Foulplume, Electrode. There's Dugtrio. Look at that old 3D model rendering. The shadows. This is from X Team Rocket Returns. I would have loved if there was more of those cards in the set. Yeah, love the X Team Rocket. Here's Fossil Hypno. You know I'm a fan of that guy, so I'll show you. Fossil Hypno. That one's holographic. It's Dark Hypno. Huh? Love Hypnos. But he's, again, he's not in the best shape. He's seen better days. Let's take a look at the back of the card. Just take a look at that. He's extremely worn. So I very likely will try to sell him to get my money back, but I don't think even somebody would buy these. Maybe if I sold them all together as a group and just described them as heavily played. Now help me out. This is not a vintage card, is it? This is made recently. I can tell because it's very different here. It's very different right here with the symbol. I should probably look that up. I don't think there's a vintage card. Also, what condition is this in? Let's take a look at him closer. He's non-hollow, he's scratched in the front, and the back's real worn. I'm putting him in the junk pile, actually. You're going in the junk pile, boy. All right, we got a few left. Oh, so this is Southern Island Ivysaur. I know it because I had a nearly complete set from my original set of cards that my parents sold for me. But yeah, this is the Tropical Island. I recognize that right away. Here's Fossil Lapras, Electrode. These guys aren't even holographic. Look at this poor Machamp. He's actually been drawn on. Yeah, somebody scribbled on him. So I don't really know. Is there somebody out there who would buy a card like that? I feel like not, you know what I mean? Because if you care about the cards, you probably care enough to want something a little better than that. There's Gengar with the big bend right here. Is a big crease. Just worn out like crazy on the back. So Gengar is another card. I love Gengar. I love all the bad guy Pokemon, honestly. Pokemon that look like they're up to no good. Muck, Weezing, Gengar, Magneton. Magneton looks like he's a nuisance, you know what I mean? Here's a Love Disc, Crystal Guardians. It's an interesting looking card. Poliwrath from Neo Discovery. See, I don't remember the Neo sets very well. They were the sets that were coming out when I was leaving, when I was getting out of Pokemon cards. Here's another E-Reader card. It's a promo card for Groudon X. Rayquaza, I have no idea, and Flygon E-Reader. All right, so that is my group of cards that I pulled out of this $35 set, and these are very worn vintage cards. So I don't really know what to do with them, but I can't really say I'm going to collect them because I'm not. I don't think most people want to collect worn vintage cards. Also, we have these championship cards. Let me show you. So much hair already. My cats just leave hair everywhere. So here they are. He had some championship cards. You can see there's like a signature here. I believe these are the guys who maybe like won a certain number of the games. And then what they did was they had their signature recorded and they reprinted their decks, I'm guessing, or maybe their favorite card, and they added the signature to it. So I've seen these before. This is for 2006, 2007, and 2005. Real interesting. I don't think they're worth anything. I haven't looked them up, but I doubt they're worth much, and they're not in very good condition either. Very worn deck. Now here's the interesting thing. We got this big old pile right here, and it is loaded with reverse hollows as well as actual rare cards. And those are in surprisingly good condition. So a lot of those other cards you saw were in bad condition, but these were not so bad. So this is these are Shadowless Charmanders, and they were in fairly okay condition. I would probably call them moderately played, but they're not bent. Like, look at that. That was actually probably the better one. Yeah, so that's Shadowless Charmander, and I think some people actually do want to collect that. And he can get real expensive real fast. Here's an e-reader Wheezing. So almost, I think just about all the cards in this actual stack is going to be what I would describe as near mint. Wheezing might be an exception. Yeah, he's got a little wear up here, a little wear up here. He's a bit older than some of the other cards. Charmander here. But the rest of these, see, those are like the oldest ones in the whole set. Many of these are going to be more modern cards from like a set like this one. And they're actually in fairly good condition, right? You got like maybe a little bump down there. Maybe a little bump here, right? So these are near mint, and I don't know what I want to do with these. Snorlax. Black, help me out with the names here. Black Kyurem. God, he looks cool. Black Kyurem, this is a promotional card. Groudon EX. I think he's also promotional, is he not? No, it's not promotional. It's Groudon EX, Latios EX. Let me know if any of these are especially rare, because I don't actually know much about the old sets. I'm learning about the new set, the Unified Minds, right? Some Unified Minds cards. Oops, get back in there. Heatran X, Latios X, Rocket Guard. Okay, and then we got Crocodile, Wheezing, Life Drew, Weavile. Again, these are all near mint. Chandelure Temple, Yamask, Mankey, Poochyena from X Delta, Pawniard. So some of these are not rare, they're just reverse hollow, like Maripure, Vanillite. Those are commons, but they're reverse hollow. Hoot Hoot, Cacturn. Can you guys see this? Let me make sure you can see this nice. I want you to be able to enjoy these. I think it was a $35 Pokemon card lot, but there was also some shipping and handling. It might have been like $3 for the shipping and handling. Cacturn, Hydreigon, is that how it's pronounced? Right, so he's cool. Dusknoir, he's reverse hollow, but also rare. Kingdra, Cofagrigus, is that right? Leafeon again. Now, Leafeon, people love the EV evolutions, I believe. Kyurem, Bastiodon, Nidoking, Steelix, Sandslash, these are non-hollow. Scavalier, Gengar, Mamoswine. Let's go ahead and set these off to the side. It's a lot of cards to hold. Here's Reverse Hollow Vespiquen. She's actually rare as well. Bisharp, Garchomp, Electrode, Vanillux, Manectric. What do you think? He's in better shape than the other one, right? Look at that. Yeah, he's going in the trash probably. Gothitella. She was in near, yeah, look at that. Just a ding down here, maybe a little ding right there. Really good condition, reverse hollow. She's a goofy looking Pokemon, I'll be honest. There's Eevee, Krokorok, Espeon. Espeon's popular, right? Litwick, Cacnea. I love Cacnea and Cacturn. They look really, they look pretty spiky. Miltank, Spiritomb, Lapras, Kakuna, Matata, Palpitoad, Onix, Noctowl, Matang, and Holographic Unknown. So that's half the stack. It's a whole bunch of like rares and reverse hollows, and I don't really think, see, because they're from an older set, I don't really know if people are really looking for those cards anymore. They're almost too obscure, if I had to guess, you know, because there's the old sets like Rocket, Fossil, and Jungle. People want those. They have a huge nostalgia factor. They're also the oldest cards in the game. They're Gen 1 Pokemon, but many of these are like Pokemon people still don't even know about. Like, I don't know about them. I'll give you an example. Wooper's fun. Mawow's fun. Stoutland, you know, people start to not recognize Stoutland. Clink, I don't think people know Clink that well. Kingdra, especially people who maybe took a break from Pokemon, you know what I mean? Like, I took a break. Sabrina's Hypno, so this was one of the cards that actually was in okay condition. No, it actually looks kind of worn. Maybe I just have a preference because it's Hypno. Oh yeah, I do, because I saved that for me actually. That's why I did. Because I don't have him. Wooper or Swampert, Staraptor, Camerupt, Weavile, Venusaur, Pokedex, Pokeball, Energy, Crushing Hammer. Got the tail again, except not holographic. Muck, Bisharp, and Polion. Scolipede, he's a cool Pokemon. Yeah, I actually like him. Yeah, he's a cool looking Pokemon. Mandibuzz, Houndoom, Nidoqueen, a better looking Lubdisk. Energy, Wigglytuff, Shiftry. He was in pretty good condition. Electrode, Taurus, Sceptile. Am I saying that right? Arcanine. Is it Sceptile or Skeptile? I don't actually know. Torterra, Arcanine again. Look at all these guys. So many cards, honestly. Spoink and Bulbasaur back there with Crystal Guardians. So all those cards are in what I would describe as near mint condition. They're really not mint because there's a clear defect. Usually a small piece of the edge is showing white wear. Let's go ahead and place these over here. So once again, here's that whole stack. You can see there's quite a few of them. And these as well. These were like the cooler cards in that group. So you can see I don't know, they're like the full arts or something. They're the EX cards. I don't know about Beldum. And the older cards in that set. Weezing, Azumarill, Shadowless Charmanders. Let's get those off the table real fast. By the way, I'll be getting a nicer microphone at some point. I noticed the microphone, you could tell it doesn't sound quite right, and I think it's because I'm too far away from the phone while it's recording. Now here are the actual cards that I think were pretty nice from the set. They were basically in mint condition. So if you're looking at the back of the card, you will find almost nothing on the back of the card. These are basically mint. Some of them may actually be mint. So if you graded them, they might be PSA 10. Very, very nice looking back on the cards. And then here they are on the front. So this might be the best card in the whole set. I did do a little research on these. The Kyurem X. When he gets PSA graded, sometimes people really want that PSA. If it gets a good grading too, by the way, which I think he might. There's a little smudge down there. I don't know if they would forgive that. Maybe they would. It's a very small thing. Might be PSA 9. Kyurem X. He might be sent off to be graded. Then we have Getsis. Getsis, he's the other, like, he's not a hidden rare. He's like a full art ultra rare. He's got the texture on it. He's not that valuable. I looked him up. Even when he's been PSA graded, people don't seem to care too much about him. So that's just the way that is. But, you know, he's got the texture. And then this card, I will probably definitely keep. I love the way it looks. It's, let's see. It's 150 out of 149. It's a hidden rare. Go Lurk. He's got the texture. Yeah, really nice. I actually like the way he looks. Very cool. Psychic Pokemon are like my favorite group. And he has a little more wear, though. You can see each of the corners showing just a little bit of white. Very, very, very little. But if he gets a PSA 10 grade, people actually do like this card. Then we have this Melodic. A lot of these cards aren't really worth anything. We got two of these Melodics, though. Melodic C. And when we looked at them on the back, me and my wife actually, they're like flawless. There's nothing back there to criticize, and the front of the card's really good too. So two really well-shaped Melodic cards. I don't know what set that is. I was searching on eBay by the card number. It was much faster to do it that way. So yeah, those Melodics were in really good shape. Here's Absol, Metagross, Clink, and Zekrom. Yeah, so those were all the near mint cards, and the best ones out of those groups were probably these three right here, or if you don't count that support card, probably Kyurem X and Golurk. And I might send these off to be graded. I'm not sure. Not sure yet. I've never sent cards off to be graded, so I'm kind of building up a stack of cards to be graded first. Show you some of the cards that will be considered for grading. Misty's Favor, we pulled this one ourselves. Magnemite, that's more of a joke. I just like Magnemite. Blaziken, I like Gengar, I like Shuckle. These Charizards will be sent off. I think I've already talked about that. Probably this guy will be sent off as well. And these two Psyduck Slowpokes will probably be sent off as well. We pulled them ourselves on this channel. Speaking of pulling those cards ourselves, I tell you what, why don't we go ahead for fun? I'm going to open up one more piece of mail, and then we will open up maybe one or two Unified Minds packs. So I told you I have a whole bunch of mail to open. Here's one. Some of the cards I open will be good, some will be bad. There actually might be a lot of bad. I suspect when people list things on eBay, they don't like to be entirely honest about the conditions of the card. Maybe that's not the right word. Maybe it's more like they don't know what the actual condition of a card is. Let's flip it over so we don't know what it is. Okay, Japanese card. Has quite a bit of wear here. It's in a penny sleeve, that's good. Ah, Rockets Hitmonchamp. Very cool. So this is one of the gym cards. And as you know, a lot of the cards I'm most interested in actually keeping and collecting are the actual Rocket cards. Rocket cards from Team Rocket Returns, the gym cards, and the really old Team Rocket cards, right? So we got the Japanese Rockets Hitmonchan. Very cool. Let's try another one for fun. So one in an envelope. All right. Oh. Oh. Don't look at that. You're gonna find out what my name is. How am I gonna protect my privacy? So this is going to be a card I got for very cheap. I actually remember this. So the card has like a bend or something in it. Yeah, a bend in the upper right-hand corner. So I actually offered to buy the card for, I think like $1. And the seller was like, oh, could you do 3? And I'm like, no, it has a bend in it. And then the seller was like, all right, you got it. There it is. So Giovanni's Persian, and this is the Japanese card. Giovanni, of course, for those of you who don't know, he was the head of the Team Rocket group. Let's go ahead and pull that out. Oh, it comes with 2 cards, huh? Oh, cute. He gave me the Meowth as well. That's a little nice touch. Both in very bad condition. Maybe I need to reconsider some of those worn cards that I pulled. Maybe people do buy these. Let's go ahead and get a penny sleeve on this guy. I was thinking about doing something for fun. I might have my wife open up Japanese card packs because she loves learning Japanese. And I was going to get this for her. She doesn't know that. Okay, we got 2 cards. What do I do with this guy? He is very sorely bent. I don't think I actually want him. I'm going to put him in the other pile, the piles of junk cards. Low battery? Don't tell me that, iPhone. I don't care about low battery. Keep recording. Ooh. We'll save that in case I need to use it for shipping. Yeah, so shipping cards in regular envelopes seems to be the way to do it. I might have to go buy some envelopes in case I start selling some cards. Shipping cards out to my viewers who want to see some of my cards. Let's see this one next. What do we got here? Did they send me some money? What the hell? Thank you. P.S. I figured it would be fine in this envelope, so I'm paying you back the $4 you paid in shipping charges. Thanks. Okay. That's pretty cool. What? Did I just pull money out of an envelope? That's pretty strange. So let's see. I can see this card's pretty worn. Looks like it's been exposed to like the weather or something. Oh, look at that. That's a base set Venusaur. Whew, that's an old card. Let's get him in a sleeve. I don't think he's in a sleeve. Yeah, see, I think some of the people selling these cards don't really know the value of the cards. And they don't treat them right. I just pulled $4 out of a pack, out of an envelope. All right, we're going to open this real... Oh, yeah, look at that. No penny sleeve at all. Let's take a better look at him. He's warped. He's got hollow showing down here. I probably purchased him for very little. He definitely looks like he's had exposure to the elements. Maybe he was out of his sleeve in a moist area. Let's go ahead and get him in a sleeve now. You never know. Somebody might actually want this because he's base set Venusaur. Not everyone can afford PSA 10 Venusaur, you know what I mean? That's really expensive. So there might be somebody trying to start their collection up and wanting to just collect the older cards. Maybe somebody like me, actually. It's very cool to hold them. I actually used to own this card when I was a kid. Set that aside. What do you think? One more, and then we will do a Unified Minds. Unified Minds is a fresh Pokemon card, right? I gotta hurry because I don't want my phone to actually die. If I upload this video and... Oh, I remember this. Yeah, so this cost very, very little, which is why I bought it. They just didn't list it for much, and you can see... Oh, actually it's falling out of its sleeve. That's what's going on here. Okay. I actually bought this for the Alolan Grimer, and it cost me probably like $1 or $2. Pokemon cards are actually really cheap on eBay unless you're trying to buy one of the nice vintage cards. So that's kind of how it works. If you want a nice vintage card, you're going to have to shell out some money. Same with PSA cards, because getting the card graded costs quite a bit of money. It's an okay condition. Snubble. I don't really even need this card. Let's place him on this deck. I don't really even need him. It's just the Alolan Grimer I wanted, because I'm a fan of Grimer. Here we are. Ah, yes, and the Grimer, just an ever so slight smudge in that upper corner. You see a little white showing. Here he is. He's a reverse hollow Alolan Grimer. He looks nice. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Grimer and Muck. So, of course, I got to collect all those, right? That's how it works. Wow, this video's gone on for 36 minutes? How? How has this happened? Okay, this one's not even in a sleeve. There we go. Yeah, I don't think I'll be doing anything with this guy. I'm gonna have a whole bunch of cards I don't want, it feels like. Let's go ahead and put them in here. At least I'm pulling dollar bills out of these. Just pulling money out of these, right? It's a little bit hot. What? All right, and now let's have a Unified Minds pack. We'll do up to 3 packs, but I wanted to do this for fun, because I have a big old box of Unified Minds packs just sitting there begging to be opened. I don't want to accidentally expose the holographic card, and I know I will. I know I will, if there is a holographic card. All right, so we have, pop that out of the way, Cottony, Fomantis, Sawaddle, Mariani, Litwick, Reverse Hollow Tynamo, and Chandelure. Holographic. You almost can't tell it's holographic. And here's the rest of the cards. Weakness Guard Energy, huh? This card provides normal energy. The Pokemon this card is attached to has no weakness. Huh, that's pretty cool. Wow, there aren't a lot of cards like that, it seems like. Okay, let's do another pack. That was a holographic, so will our luck get better? Let's go ahead and pull these out off screen. I'm so clumsy with these. I'm still learning not to accidentally reveal it. So we have Fletchinder, Snover, Murkrow, Execute, Alolan Grimer, Reverse Holler Noibat, and Magmortar. I've already got one of these guys, and he's non-holographic, so but not exactly the pull you want. Oh, right, I'm supposed to show off these codes. So wait, where's the code from the previous one? There you go, codes. Apparently, people online on eBay actually sell digital Pokemon, which I find absolutely insane that anyone would purchase, but I don't know, they're selling them. I don't know, they're selling them. Ready? We'll call this quits here. This is our last pack, okay, and then we'll head out. So Fomantis, Sawaddle, Mariani, Litwick, Cubone, Reverse Hollow Fletchinder, nice little red card, and Scrafty. Oh my god, I just got Scrafted. Here's the code. I'm doing one more. I can't take it. I gotta get a nice card. Come on. This is not for the video. This is for me. I actually want a nice card. There's still plenty of nice cards in this set that I have not actually gotten. Alright, real careful there. Shroomish, Slack Off. Oh, not that careful. Drifloon, Dewpider, Dredagon, Reverse Hollow Caracosta. He's a tough guy. And give me one holographic card. Wow. Oh, I guess once again we did get a holographic card, didn't we? We got the Chandelure, but we already had Chandelure. I want a new card. All right. Am I breaking my rules yet? Is my iPhone dead yet? There's Fungus. Can I pull this out without revealing anything? Oh man, I'm so bad at this. There's got to be a better way. Maybe flipping them around first is the better way. But the problem is then you see the code and you know what you're going to be getting because the code kind of reveals if the card in the pack is holographic or not. Okay, here's reverse holographic Gumshoes, Donald Trump. Driftbloom. Dude, I'm getting boned right here. I'm getting Q-boned. I'm getting scrafted. Okay, I gotta do one more. I gotta do one more. Just one more though, seriously. Promise me I can stop at any time. I can stop anytime I want. I can stop anytime I want, I swear to God. Slackoth, Drifloon, Dewpider, Dredagon, Cottony, Reverse Hollow Hapu. That's actually a cool card. And Xurkitree, also non-hollow. What is this terrible luck? All right, there's the code. What do you guys think? Stop here or keep going? Oh, keep going, Cardconomist. We want you to keep going. I'm going to pretend that I'm live. I'm going to pretend that I'm live and that you guys are telling me to keep going in the comment section. By the way, in order to actually go live, I need to have 1,000 subs on this channel. Apparently, you can't go live on a smartphone without having 1,000 subs. So hit that subscribe button. Oh man, my phone's going to die any second. Sneasel, a Reverse Hollow Fungus, and Noivern. Non-hollow Noivern. How many of these do I gotta open to get one holographic? Oh, well, I guess one more. Don't tell my wife I'm opening all the cards. She'll be upset. God, dude, give me one good card. All right, here we go. Phone's still running. Bounsweet, Joltik, Salandit, Riolu, Metatite. Oh, nice. Reverse Hollow Alone Grimer. I love Grimer. So that card is going to be for me. Oh, we got a nice card underneath too. Umbreon and Darkrai. I already have this card. Am I supposed to be like shouting or something? I've seen other people open up Pokemon cards and they go like, whoa, right? They like freak out, but I just don't do that. I'm not that kind of person. Umbreon and Darkrai full art. Okay, I'll take it. I think that's a good place to wrap up here. Wow, it's a nice card. I've got 2 of these guys now. That means I have to give one away, right? And then here are the uncommon cards. And finally, the code on the back. All right, you've seen a ton of Pokemon cards today. And that means we're ready to wrap things up. Look at these cards. Those are better than cards I pulled out of the packs, honestly. I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.